What's going on, guys? And welcome back to the channel. September is finally upon us. I wake up in the morning to go to work, and it's a little more crispy outside than it usually is. You know, you finally get to turn on the heat in the truck for the first time in, oh God, I don't know, 5, 6 months. It cooler temperatures and everything, which means fall is right around the corner. Actually, in a couple weeks, probably, we're going to start seeing certain trees starting changing colors. So, with that being said, I figured it's about time to do a summer update on the channel here. I will turn the camera here in just a second, but a lot has changed as far as my layout and stuff. So without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so we have the Sears right here. Not over there where it usually is, but right here. This is going to be the new home for Mutt 3. The reason behind this is because, well, technically it was the only darn place I could put it. That would make sense. Because I'll pan the camera around here. We have two Murrays. We have the one that we featured a video on not too long ago. And we have a new tractor here in the shop that actually I got from a very good friend of mine. But I'm doing work on that for him, getting it up and running, or whatever we decide to do with it. But this is basically going to be the business side of the shed here. But I have me a little system going on here, and I will explain, I guess, more when we get to it. This is going away. Hood is going away also. It's just underneath here because I had no other room for it. Scrap metal, which usually is right here, is now over here. We also have a new tractor here. This was given to me by the girlfriend's dad. This is a Husky LT4200, which for y'all tractor guys out there, yes, I know it's a cheap ass knockoff for a Troy-Bilt. But it's actually a very nice tractor. The reason why it's sitting here is because I took the battery out and I gave him all four of the tires. Well, why'd you do that? Well, look at this gremlin here. This sucker decided it was done with the engine and decided, well, I'm just going to head out. It's all fine and good, right? And there you go. Now you can see the carnage. Yeah. That's a connecting rod. That's not supposed to look like that. So yeah, it's got this 420cc overhead valve engine in it. Not entirely sure what the heck that engine is, to be honest with you. The valve cover looks like a Tecumseh, but nothing else looks like a Tecumseh, and it don't look like a Briggs either. So I might have to do some research on that. I don't know. Depends on how much I care. But at any rate, that is that. I do have the key for it. Damn nice looking seat right there. That's about the nicest seat I've ever seen come off one of these. Got a full bagger attachment and all to it. I am going to part this thing out as much as I can. I'm going to yank the transmission out of it because that's worth at least $100. The deck is coming off of it, and whatever else I find worth anything. But that's about it on that. All of my decks and everything are over there in front of Mutt 3. I've got all of my parts stashed and everything over there. Four-wheeler is in its usual spot where it always will be. The engine off of that one, I am going to eventually pull the starter off of that and either find a spring for it or order another one. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I at least want to see it run. Would like to, at least. Because I got all the parts and everything for it. The go-kart. Oh, it's sad to see it sit here. It's been sitting here for at least a couple weeks now, just because I have had absolutely no time to work on it, really. The Mother Nature has kind of gotten a stronghold on it now a little bit. I need to back it out. But I was starting on a video on this one, but I ended up getting sidetracked on another project. But yeah, that's where it sits for right now. Need to get it back out. I really do. I just haven't yet. And we have this guy. This guy has... I bought this a couple years ago from a guy up in Salisbury. With the intent of making a mud mower out of it, in which I'm kind of regretting because of what I'm going to try to do with it. What I'm going to try to do with it is something that I have not seen yet done on a mud mower type tractor. The only downfall is I can't really use the Murray chassis for what it is. The Murray chassis, this is a late 90s model. It's not the same hood. The hood is over yonder. The hood is off of a Husqvarna, obviously. But I like the hood. I want to keep it on it. I'm going to put that on the build because I like the look of it. Late 90s model Murrays. The chassis is stamped steel. It's not like an actual legit frame. So I was going to have to do a whole lot of reinforcing to be able to do what it is I want to do. So up underneath there is an opposed Briggs engine, which is what I really bought this sucker for, because I like opposed Briggs. That's going on another project that I have in mind, but probably won't get to it for maybe a couple years from now. So this is basically just a carcass with the hood on it and a whole lot of parts and other shit on it. What I'm really wanting to do is when I get caught up, because I've been playing catch up with projects ever since it's summer. What I want to do when I get everything caught up with and I get everything situated is I want to find me a little Craftsman LT1000 with the, not the side shifter, but the shifter that's in between your legs, the what they call a slap shifter. I want to find one. I know it's going to be probably older model, but I want to find an older Craftsman LT1000 with the shifter in between your legs, because that's going to be what allows me to do what I want to do. And I'm still going to have to reinforce it, obviously, but it's not going to be near as much as it would be on one of these booters. So, with that being said, that's about it as far as that goes. Other than that, nothing much has really changed. I'm just trying to get things done. Alright, so we are now in the shop part, and we have a new tractor here in the shop. It's a Yard Machines MTD that I'm working on for a co-worker of mine. He just said to get it running. The transmission is messed up. Not really messed up, but It has about the most negative camber I've ever seen. Um, it's kind of hard to show you. If I have a picture, I'll throw it in. But the transmission is a war slap out. But that's basically it. The engine does not turn over. It's not locked up. It just won't make a full revolution. There is something inside of it that I'm thinking if we do get it running, it's going to be useless because it's going to throw something. On a side note, we have a new addition. I have finally, thanks to the girlfriend at work, she found me a refrigerator so that we can keep, there's not much in it now anyway, but we can keep cold drinks in here so that when we're out here working, we don't get thirsty. We can just get in the fridge and have at it. But back to this. I mean, it turns, but if you can hear that, it definitely sounds like something's going on in there. So I'm going to talk to him with that and see what he wants to do. But let's turn the spotlight on the Cherokee, the XJ. We haven't seen the Cherokee out on the trails for a good bit. And there's a reason why. What's the best way to say it? I finally did it. What did I finally do? Well, I'll show you. Well, there was a little bit of it. Up. Okay, there's no interior in it. Wait, what the hell? What in the world do we have here? Holy cats. Yep, that's right. Finally doing the floorboards. This has been something that I have been needing to do for years now. And, well, I got just about what I expected to get. I will go around to the driver's side and let you have a better look at it. But, that's pretty much what I've got to work with as far as this goes. Which is the reason why you haven't seen it out on the trails in a while. This thing has been down for 2.5, 3 months now. Just working on it as I can and all that. But yeah, I decided not to film this because it's just one of them things that I just wanted to get done and not have to fool with the camera doing it. But I will give updates on it as I go. So that's that. And I am really glad that this main unibody frame is good because that's what all your seats and stuff is mounted to, is your main frame. All of this is just stamped sheet metal floorboard. And I figured out why I couldn't shift all the way into too high because every time I go to do my transfer case link, shift my transfer case, you can literally see this whole entire piece of metal just do nothing but flex because, well, where is your support? Where is it? It's non-existent. So, yeah, that's what I'm working with. Unfortunately, and this paint back here, I mean, this paint is basically just freaking, like, yeah, it's literally just only there. So, yep, that's what I'm working with. I got all that shit back here I gotta work with, and all that jazz. So, yeah, I cut my carpet, and I cut my insulation up here, because I am going to get some modern, what they call stick-on thermal insulation. They sell it online. They sell it on Amazon. I'm going to get that and just cut it to shape and just put it right around here. because this sucker can get pretty hot, especially when you're on the trails and stuff and you're actually working it. It can get pretty toasty in here without the insulation. So that's about it with that. All right, update on top of an update, on the Jeep at least. It has changed positions. It's no longer ass in its front end in the shop, which means a little bit of an update. The floors are back in. Everything is squared away. Can't really see it because I've got my floor mats in, but you can see it a little bit right there. Main part is back here where you can see a little bit. It's black because I've got it lined. I do have some holes right there that I need to cover, but I'm not going to worry about that for right now. But yes, that is the sole reason why I haven't been uploading for, I want to say, the better part of at least a month. And I know for a fact it's been at least 3 to 4 weeks since I have uploaded anything, and I'm really sorry for that. I didn't mean it to be like that, but I have been literally going day in and day out, running myself like crazy, like a dog. Uh, Going to work, coming home, working on this thing, just repeat that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for the past couple of weeks, or it's been more than a couple of weeks. It's been more like 3 or 4 that I've been doing that. But the end result is it's all worth it because the truck actually let me down about a couple weeks ago. So it's at my work right now. I'm working on it slowly. Main thing has been getting this thing on the road again because this is currently, I'm filming this part right now. It is the 10th of October. So between the timing of the video that y'all seen before to now has been about a month. It's had some I forget, it's either a fuel or ignition issue, but I'm going to get it ready. But I've been driving the girlfriend's WJ since then, and so now she has that, and I'm stuck with driving this, which I have no problem doing it because I miss this son of a gun. So that's going to wrap it up for us. We'll see you in the next video.